We won't let those bastards grind us down, and we can't carry dead weight, so we welcome you to Tome of Legends, where we rude Kaiser enthrall our royal court with a legendary creature. Every week we bring a new tale, and we've got a supersonic episode today, because we are exploring the history and playstyles of Guile, Sonic Soldier. And if you end up liking the show, subscribe and check our Patreon. We gotta say it now, because people don't make it to the end of the videos. For a set of Universe Beyond cards, and one of the first, we see very few Street Fighter Legends being played, so shoutouts to you if you have one built. This was the only Universe Beyond set we actually geeked over, given how integral Street Fighter's history is to the fighting game community. Way back from it being the first game to include combos, all the way through the highlight reels of EVO. Fighting games wouldn't be what they are without Street Fighter. Now, we didn't build Guile because he was our main or because he was the best of the Street Fighter cards, but instead because he is our personal favorite of those given cards. That being said, had we gotten a Grixis Akuma, that would have been our pick for sure. We also wanted a deck built around Sunforger, and a sometimes indestructible beater with an attack trigger was perfect for holding it. We also love that he can't use any of his moves without charging. It's a major flavor win, even if you dislike playing charge characters like us. As far as art goes, there is the Universe Beyond version by Wesley Burt, which depicts the character and stage from Street Fighter II using the infamous Sonic Boom attack. The American flag emblazoned on his deltoid, and that iconic F-16 behind the airbase's cargo will pull you right back to the time you spent playing Street Fighter II. The Universe Within version by Kai Carpenter shows a gold-armored soldier alone among stormy ruins, lightning emanating from the magical center of his massive battle axe. A beautiful detail is that through the red cape, the golden armor, and the blue electricity, this version shows off the color's identity within the art, which we feel is one of the coolest details in the card art. Guile began as a trainee in the United States Air Force, where he was taught to use the Sonic Boom technique by his commanding officer, Charlie Nash. Years pass, and Charlie goes missing while investigating a secret organization named Shadaloo, and Guile is sent in to find him. This is where he meets Interpol agent Chun-Li, and together they locate Charlie, who was locked in heated combat with Shadaloo's dictator and one of the channel's idols, M. Bison. Charlie and Guile work together, and when the opportunity presented itself, Charlie convinces Guile to flee, while he stays and destroys the Shadaloo base. Never knowing his friend's fate, Guile remains vengeful for years, until the second World Warrior Tournament begins. The card has a triggered ability, which can be triggered when it enters and when it attacks, that lets you put or remove a counter from it. When you remove a counter this way, you get your choice between 4 damage to any target and giving Guile both indestructible and lifelink. So there are a lot of choices here. It gets a charge counter when it enters, then you can either stack them attacking but not using them, or you can burn the counter right away. Both effects you can get when removing a counter are by design offensive. Sonic Boom deals 4 damage to anything, and in EDH there are more legends who die to 4 damage than there are that don't. Flash Kick's lifelink lets you capitalize with any power pumps, and Indestructible ensures you won't lose him to blockers. We have our Guile deck, built as an equipment Voltron deck, centered mostly around Sunforger. When equipped, Sunforger gives +4/+0, and lets you pay a Boros to unattach it and tutor for a red or white instant card that costs 4 mana or less, and cast it for free. The pool of spells we run that can be fished out using Sunforger is referred to as a toolbox, meaning they each solve a particular problem. 3 counter spells to help our key pieces resolve, 4 removal effects to destroy things that prevent attacks, and lastly 2 spells for evasion to ensure that a lethal Guile can still get through. This is, albeit key to the deck's identity, just one of its key components, another being the rest of its equipment. The main key being evasion, most equipments grant some combination of flying, trample, or haste, Embercleave being one of the deck's finishers. The last aspect is proliferate and counter support, which is supported by Uncivil Unrest and the deck's planeswalker Elspeth Resplendent. Taking multiple turns in combat steps can be a more effective way to pile on counters if Proliferate feels too slow. Blink effects and haste sources are abundant in these colors, and make for a good hit and run strategy. There are also a lot of really cool soldiers in these colors, and Guile makes a very thematic commanding officer for that creature type. Effects that proliferate after damage is dealt will force you to wait to remove your counter, so to use them quicker, proliferate before attackers are declared. And that was Guile, Sonic Soldier, the patriotic hero from the land of the free. Thanks for watching this far. We've been Rude Kaiser, hoping to see you all next time, where we look into a shifty shapeshifter. Now if you'll excuse us, Tasker has graciously offered us a free diving lesson.